morning. So, in the first view, motion in a straight line chapter, in that we were discussing about average velocity. So, in the previous class, we have discussed that the uniform velocity, instantaneous velocity, non-uniform velocity and average velocity. While discussing uniform velocity, we saw that it is the velocity of a particle covering equal displacements at equal interval of time. And we have also seen that displacement means it is always the shortest distance between 2 points, not the actual distance between them. Actual distance can be anything, it is called distance or path length, whereas displacement refers to only one particular path, which is the shortest between 2 points, which is always a straight line. That is called displacement. Displacement is a vector quantity, and we have seen that displacement can only be in one straight line motion in this chapter, because we are dealing with motion in straight line. While dealing with this, displacement can be zero sometimes, but distance traveled may not be, because if you return back to your initial position, your displacement will be zero, but your distance traveled will not be the same. That you might have find. After defining velocity, distances are different, displacements are different. Velocity means the rate of change of displacement of a body. Rate of change of displacement of a body. Based on that, we have uniform velocity where equal displacements are covered for equal intervals of time, and if unequal displacements are covered for equal intervals of time, equal intervals of time, equal intervals of time, equal intervals of time. This is uniform velocity. This is non-uniform velocity where unequal displacements are covered for equal intervals of time. And whenever some particle starts its journey from A to B and its velocity varies at different points, like up to point V, its velocity is V1. After the point B, its velocity is V2. After the point C, its velocity will be V3. After the point D, its velocity will be V4. So on it goes and changes. In such a case, velocity at a certain instant of time, is called instantaneous velocity, which keeps on changing. And while calculating the average for the whole journey, what we will do is, we will do V1 plus V2 plus V3 up to Vn whole divided by n. If you do, you will get average velocity. This is your regular method. But another method we have explained here, that is the average velocity can also be explained as total displacement by total time. So this is the revision of what we have found. And average velocity to calculate between 2 points at equal displacements x by 2, equal displacement with different velocity at unequal intervals of time. See, two displacements, one is 30 km, one with one velocity it covers, remaining 30 kilometers with another velocity it covers. Then in such a case, average velocity can be calculated as 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2, right? This is what we have obtained. Okay, if there are three equal parts like this, three equal parts between A and C, A dash and A double dash, are two equal intervals, like three equal intervals, x by 3, x by 3 and x by 3, then the same formula will become VAVG will become 3 times V1, V2, V3 divided by V1, V2 plus V2, V3 plus V3, V1. This is what we will obtain as the average velocity. Means if you know the velocities only v1 and v2 up to half distance v1, another half distance v2, then just simply calculate the average velocity using those two velocities. This is one of the very important neat shortcut. Okay, after this we will go to time equal intervals. What about average velocity when two equal time intervals are considered? Okay, time intervals. See, not distance intervals a and b. Okay, time intervals t by 2, t by 2. So there is a bus for half an hour. It goes very fast with v1 velocity. It goes very fast and covers a displacement of x1. Okay, or x. Let us take x. It covers x and total displacement is d. Suppose total displacement between the places is d. It covers a displacement of x at half an hour. It covers. See, there is 60 km between two towns A and B, Anantapur and Bhadravati, whatever it is. D 100 kilometers. 100 kilometers. In half an hour, the bus will cover 60 kilometers or 80 kilometers. In half an hour, it covers 80 kilometers. In half an hour, in remaining half an hour, it will cover only 20 kilometers. Got it? So half an hour is same, but the distances covered are not same. Now from this onwards, it will move with the velocity of wind. In such a case, what will be the average velocity? But here in this case, it is not so. 600 kilometers is the distance, means up to 50 kilometers it goes with one certain velocity. Up to another remaining 50 kilometers it goes with another velocity. This is the division, kind of division we have. Here the division is different. So what kind of difference we have? Let's see. And what kind of average velocity formula we are going to obtain? Here in this, let's see. First, let's calculate what is the total, what is the velocity equation. Velocity v1 is equal to distance traveled is how much? How much distance is traveled? X is traveled in this particular. Okay. So x is the distance traveled and the time taken is t by 2, x by t by 2, and x is equal to v1 into t by 2. This is the expression for x. And for v2, velocity 2 is equal to distance traveled will be d minus x. If this is x and if this is d, and this part will be d minus x divided by the time taken is d by 2, t by 2, sorry. And d minus x is equal to v2 into t by 2. Okay. Yes. Now, average velocity will be total displacement, that is x plus d minus x, that is d itself, divided by t1 by plus t2. So, in the place of that, x plus d minus x is the total displacement, t is the total time taken. T is the total time taken, because t by 2 plus t by 2 will be t. But here we will not cancel it. We will write what is to be written in that time on the place of x. In the place of x, we will write v1 into t by 2, right? v1 by 2 into t plus v2 into t by 2. That is v2 by 2 into t by 2. Sorry, t itself. Okay. So whole divided by t. So that would be t will get cancelled. Will take common. 2 t by 2 will be taken common. So this becomes v1 plus v2 divided by t into t by 2 will be taken common. Pt get cancelled. So the thing which remains is v avg is equal to v1 plus v2 by 2. This is what I mean. And if you observe, this is nothing but the expression for average of any two quantities like v1 and v2. v1 plus v2 by 2 for v1 v2 if there are two velocities. If there are three velocities, like time is divided into 3 equal parts, t by 3 plus t by 3 plus t by 3. Then this becomes v1 by 2, v1 plus v2 plus v3, v1 plus v2 plus v3 by 3 it becomes. That is the average velocity for 3 constitutive velocities, v1, v2 and v3, like this. If there are 4 entries, it will become v1 plus v2 plus v3 plus v4 by 4. That is the equation for average velocity when time is equally divided. Okay, yes. Now let us take the acceleration, the part of acceleration. See, till now we have discussed about velocity, uniform velocity, and average velocity, instantaneous velocity, and so on. Now we will see what happens when velocity is changing, not uniform, changing, but change is happening uniformly. So you must observe this sentence very carefully. Velocity is not constant, velocity is changing, but the rate of change, the change in which it is occurring, it is happening at a uniform phase, it is happening at a constant rate. Okay? So let's observe this. Suppose in the middle of the journey you are there, the car is moving already moving. The car is already moving. From the point A, it makes 10 meters displacement in 1 second. In 1 second, from A to B, 10 meters per 1 second. Next, in the same 1 second time, it will make 20 meters from the point B to the point C. See, from going from B to C, it takes 20 meters away distance. 10 meters in 1 second. From B to C, it will make 20 meters, or from the beginning, it will make 30 meters in 2 seconds. So we will not go into that beginning. From the point B to the point C, it would take 20 meters displacement. So at this point, from going from B to C, the velocity will be 20 meters per second. Going from A to B, the velocity will be 10 meters per second. This is 20 meters per second. From C to D, this would be 30 meters. From C to D, this would be 30 meters in 1 second. From going from C to D. Going from D to E. From D to E, it will make 40 meters to be covered in 1 second. See what is happening? The velocity is changing, right? Velocity is changing. We will call this velocity as v1, this velocity as v2, this velocity as v3, and this velocity as v4. Okay? v1 is 10 meters per second in the interval of ut. From the interval of bc, it is the velocity v2, which is 20 meters in 1 second. But in the case of uniform velocity, see, velocity if it is uniform, 10 meters from A to B, 10 meters from B to C, 10 meters from C to D, 10 meters from D to E, that is where velocity is not changing, it is constant everywhere, 10 meters per second, 10 meters per second, 10 meters per second. But it is not so here, it is 10 meters per second here, it is 20 meters per second here, 30 meters per second here, and 40 meters in 1 second here. Velocity is changing, but how is it changing? If you take the change in velocity with the change in time, means rate of change of velocity, if you consider, see, rate of change of velocity is changing velocity by changing time, that is A is equal to delta V by delta T, that is nothing but V2 minus V1 divided by T2 minus T1. V2 minus V1 divided by T2 minus T1. Fine? Right. So what is V2 here? 20 minus what is V1 here? 10 divided by what is T2? T2 is the second duration of time, that is second, that is in the first second. Between the interval AB it is first second, between the interval BC it is the second second. So this becomes 20 minus 10 is 10 divided by 2 minus 1 is 1. Now see, 20 minus 10 is what? meter per second. 20 meter per second minus 10 meter per second. Let me write it very clearly. 20 meter per second is the velocity v2 minus 10 meter per second is the velocity at v1 divided by t2 is 2 seconds minus 1 second. This would be 10 meter per second by second. That is nothing but 10 meter per second square. That is called acceleration of the body. This is called acceleration of the body, where velocity is changing at the rate of 10 meter per second. Means 10 meter is there, additional 10 meter is added. 10 meters plus 10 meters is 20 meter per second. For 20 meter per second, the velocity is 20 meter per second at this point. The particle is coming with 20 meter per second from this point. Now the velocity will add another 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second is added, 20 meter per second plus 10 meter per second is added, 10 meter per second is added. Now it becomes 30 meter per second. How much is added here? 10 meter per second is added here. That's why it becomes 30 meter per second velocity. Now the velocity is 30 meter per second. Additional 10 meter per second is added. It becomes 40 meter per second. Got it? From 40 meter per second, additional 10 meter per second will be added. It becomes 50 meter per second. At all intervals, you can take any interval. I will take these two intervals. V2 is 40 meter per second minus V1 is 30 meter per second divided by, this is the fourth second, this is the third second. So this becomes 40 meter per second. Sorry, 10 meter per second. That is nothing but 10 meter per second square is the acceleration of the body. So what all these things are indicating? They are indicating that acceleration is something which is not changing here. Velocity is changing, but the rate at which the velocity is changing is constant, which is 10 everywhere. 10 meter per second added becomes 40. 40 meter per second again, 10 meter per second is added becomes 50 meter per second. 10 meter per second plus 10 meter per second is 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second plus 10 meter per second. How the velocity is added? 10 meter per second is the change in velocity and it is added in 1 second. 10 meter per second becomes plus 10 meter per second, 20 meter per second, and this change will happen in 1 second. 10 meter per second, 20 meter per second is there. It is added by 10 meter per second, it becomes 20 meter per second, and this change will happen 20 meter per second, this change will happen in 1 second. 20 meter per second will become 30 meter per second. How much change is added? 10 meter per second is added. 20 meter per second, 10 meter per second is added, and it is added in 1 second. 10 meter per second is added in 1 second. That's why change occurs at 12 meter per second is added. 10 meter per second is added. 10 meter per second is added. If your velocity is 80, 10 meter per second velocity will be added in 1 second. Now the velocity will become 90 meter per second. This is what happening at acceleration. That's why acceleration is called rate of change of velocity. What is velocity? Rate of change of displacement. Rate of change of displacement. And what is acceleration? Rate of change of velocity. You must observe one thing here. Velocities are changing, fine, but they are changing at a constant rate called 10 meter per second, fine. When the velocity is changing, but they are not changing randomly, they are uniformly changing. That's why this acceleration is known as uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration, because it is not random. 10 meter per second, instead of becoming 20 meter per second, it becomes 30 meter per second here itself. Then instead of adding 10 meter per second plus 10 meter per second, it will be 10 meter per second plus 20, means 10 plus 20, 30 it would become. Okay, there is no order here. 10 meter per second plus 10 meter per second plus 10 meter per second. plus 10 meter per second. It is to happen like that. If it is not happening like that, then it is a non-uniform acceleration. This is the case of uniform acceleration because the rate of change in velocity is constant. Okay, right. Now, one thing we are going to discuss here is what is happening to velocity. Velocity is changing and it is constant. Fine. The change in velocity is constant. But what about the displacement? What about the displacement? You just observe what is happening to displacement. In 1 second, displacement is 10. In the next second, displacement is 20. From the beginning, if you take, in 1 second, displacement is 10 meters. In 2 seconds, displacement is 30 meters. Remember, 10 meters plus 20 meters. How much displacement is happening? 30 meters in 2 seconds. In 3 seconds, in 3 seconds, the object is there. How much it has covered? 10 meters plus 20 meters plus 30 meters means 60 meters. 30 plus 30, 60 meters it has covered in 3 seconds. But what happens? What happens after 4 seconds? After 4 seconds, 60 plus 40 it becomes 100 meters. See, at every second, the distance covered is boundlessly increasing. It is not same. It is not same. Like in 1 second, 10 meters. In the next second, 10 meters. In the next second, 10 meters. In the next second, 10 meters. It's not happening like that. It's happening as if in 1 second, 10 meters. In the next second, in the next second, in the second second, it becomes 30 meters. In the next second, it becomes 100 meters. 60 meters, 100 meters. Like that. As time is changing, displacement is changing not in an order. It is not changing in an order. Displacement is not changing in an order, but the velocity is changing in the order. Okay? And using this expression, we can calculate. Using this understanding, we can calculate the uniform acceleration. The formula for uniform acceleration is very simple: change in velocity to the change in time. Very simple. Or simply sometimes we write v by t. Okay? Change in velocity. V minus u by t also we will write v minus u by t. What is v? Final velocity. What is u? Initial velocity. What is t? T is the time taken. Time elapsed. Acceleration need not be always increase in speed. You just observe the change here. Change means it need not be increasing always. It can be decreasing also. Decreasing also it can be. Like if you are coming with a very high velocity in a car. Car is already moving 100 km per hour. It's very fast. And there is a child which is playing on the streets. And it's a very small kid. It is not knowing that you are playing on the streets. It's simply playing for itself. Then immediately the driver decides to stop the vehicle. He applies the brake. What happens here? 100 km per hour becomes 90 km per hour in 1 second. Okay? And 90 km per hour becomes 80 km per hour in 1 second. So 80 becomes 70 in 1 second. 60 becomes next 50, next 30, next 20, next 10, next 0. So if the chain is taking, see what is happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Within 8 seconds, the Gadi comes to stop. The bus takes 8 seconds. The car takes 8 seconds to bring its velocity from v. Initial velocity u. Initial velocity is u. U is 100 km per hour. Was the initial velocity. Finally, the body will be stopped. Finally, body will be stopped. Okay. So, v final velocity is 0 because it will be stopped. So, what is the acceleration here? Acceleration is v minus u divided by time taken. What is v here? V is how much? 0 minus 100 divided by what is the time taken here? Let's take 8 seconds. Okay, it is in per hour. It is in seconds. We should not write like that. Suppose 100 meter per second is the velocity of car. It's terrible. 100 meter per second, 90 meter per second, 80 meter per second, 70 meter per second, 60 meter per second, 10 meter per second, 0 meter per second. Okay, it is taken in meter per second. Time is taken in seconds. Then this becomes minus 100 by 8 minus 100 by 8 meter per second. If you divide 100 by 8, it becomes 100 by 4 is 2.2, so 12.5 minus 12.5 meter per second. This is the acceleration and it is negative if you observe. Why it is negative? Because the final velocity is bigger than the initial velocity. In the case of increasing speed, always final velocity will be more than the initial velocity. That's why if you take p minus 2, you get always a positive number. The acceleration is positive in that case. But here in this case, the acceleration is negative, means the velocity is decreasing. It is slowing down. The body is slowing down. So that is indicated by the negative sign. That's why it is also known as retardation. It is also known as retardation. What do you mean by retardation? Retardation means negative acceleration. Retardation means negative acceleration. Means the acceleration which is negative, where velocity is not decreasing, increasing, it is decreasing. It is decreasing also in the same order. You see, 100 becomes 90 in 1 second. 100 minus 10 meter per second happens in 1 second. 90 meter per second becomes 80 meter per second. 10 is subtracted. 10 is subtracted. Okay. 10 is subtracted at 1 second. 80 becomes 70. 10 is subtracted in 1 second. Like that it is happening. Okay. So overall, it is happening at a rate of minus 12.5 meter per second, which is the average acceleration, because we are not taking individual references. We are taking total change from one end to another end. This is the average acceleration. That's why it is not coming out to be 10. It is coming out to be minus 12.5 meter per second. Okay. Right. Yes. Okay. See, the thing we did wrong here is 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 and 0. Totally 10 seconds it would become. So acceleration is equal to 100 minus 0. 0 minus 100, and the time taken is 10 seconds. Then it becomes minus 100 by 10. It will be minus 10 meter per second square. See, the time taken is, if you take time taken as 10 seconds. If within 8 seconds the body is stopped, then it will be 12.5 meter per second square. In 10 seconds, if the body is stopped in 10 seconds, then minus 100 divided by 10 is minus 10 meter per second square. That's what is happening here. 70 becomes 60. Minus 10 will be deducted per second. Minus 10 is taken out per second. Minus 10 is taken out per second. 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 Okay. If you look at from the reverse side, if you think that the stopped body is just started and accelerating, then 10 is added in 1 second. 20. 10 is added in 1 second. 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 So it is called acceleration.